I've always said that 2023 has reminded me a lot of 2019. We saw Bitcoin down at 3K in 2019 at the beginning of the year. And, then we saw that summer mini bull market where it ran up to 15K. And then it then crashed back down in the new year to 4K again. And then the halving happened and we went off from there. So to me, this is just very much cyclical, reminds me of 2019. And no, I do not think it's priced in the slightest, because the fact is, it's not like a buy the rumor, sell the news event. It's both the halving and the ETF. They're genuine scarcity events. The supply cuts in, not the supply, but the Bitcoin reward, it cuts in half. All these asset managers buying up more Bitcoin is, of course, making the supply much, much smaller. And so these are genuine scarcity events, which I believe will have a very strong impact when the time comes.
Yeah, I agree. I think investors are looking for, a hedge against inflation, and not just a hedge against inflation, a hedge against government insanity, a hedge against, what's going on in the world right now. And it just seems that we're watching banks fail and Bitcoin's becoming the safe haven asset. Now, what I think turned off a lot of people about the crypto markets was a good friend of mine, a good friend of yours, old Sam Bankman-Fried. He is back in the news again. Sam Bankman-Fried. And what the headline reads is that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX sold customers Bitcoin to artificially suppress the Bitcoin price. Now, what's interesting about that is, one thesis of this channel is that the financial elite, whatever you want to call them, they artificially manipulate the price of not just Bitcoin, but stocks as well, to get the price as low as possible to buy it for themselves. What do you think of this Sam Bankman-Fried news coming out?
Oh, the way you phrase that question is so funny, because you're sort of saying, like, he did something illegal, but like people do illegal stuff all the time, which is very true. It's very true. They do it all the time. However, it's not a good thing. This is somebody who was supposed to be establishing some kind of regulatory framework within the United States. They were working very closely with regulators. And so to understand the extent to which they were fraudulent, and to the extent to which, they were behaving criminally, it's just shocking, because of how closely they were working with the SEC. And yet the SEC did not know, supposedly, what was going on. I don't have too much to say other than I'm just surprised that the SEC didn't know. More and more stuff comes out. I don't believe, this is a very new discovery, right? We thought it was just, wire fraud, securities fraud. Now it's market manipulation and so on. And also, these are very serious allegations, because the likes of, Elon Musk and Michael Saylor have always had to operate very carefully when they buy and when they sell, especially Elon Musk, especially when he talks about Doge and so on, because of course, they don't want to move the market too much. And here's this one man who's ready, just to completely manipulate the market. I think it's terrible, and I think it's concerning how the SEC supposedly had no idea.